How's it going, guys? My name is Vader and welcome back to Modern Engineers. So, a few of you guys actually have requested that I make a warehouse full of army equipment stuff, mainly catapults, but we can stick some other stuff in there too. So today, we are going to do that. As ever, since last time, this game is being updated frequently, so there are a few new updates to the game. Mainly, the game does now support Xbox controller support, so if you want, with your controller, you can control the game, but I'm not going to do that because the controls are a bit weird. No controller. Bye-bye. Okay, so we are back here in Vader Hall. As I said before, guys, if you guys have Medium Engineers, I've forgotten how to fly now. If you guys have Medium Engineers and you guys would like to play in Vader Hall, you can download it from the Steam Workshop, and it will be updated as I make stuff. So by the time you guys see this video, it should now have whatever we create today. So if you guys would like to play that, I'll leave the link in the description below. And also, if you guys have Medium Engineers and you guys would like to play with me at some point, let me know in the comments, because I'm trying to organise some of you guys to come in here, maybe do some building together, maybe do a battle together against Forest Castle. I don't know, but if you want to take part in that, you let me know down below. So anyway, last time we made Fort Vader up here, which I think looks pretty snazzy. I don't know why I said snazzy, that's a weird phrase to use. But anyway, we made this, but now we're making a warehouse full of army stuff. So we should probably make it near that. I'm thinking if we make it sort of on the road leading down from the fort, I'm thinking maybe at the bottom of the road, maybe this area here, if we sort of level this off, we can put a warehouse on top of that. What I think we might do is I'm thinking this warehouse would be sort of like an aircraft hangar, that kind of shape, but obviously it won't be full of aircraft because this is medieval times. So I'm thinking it's going to be kind of that shape, and what I would quite like to do is I'd quite like to have like grass on the top of it, because that will mean A, that it'll be camouflaged, so when you're coming into Vader Hall from, say, this direction, you'll just see a big mound of grass, and you won't know that there's army stuff there. And B, because we're being environmentally friendly, even in medieval times, we're starting with our sustainable building practices and putting grass on the roofs, which should help reduce the CO2. I don't know what I'm talking about. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to level off some ground here. Actually, no, I'm just going to start making some stone stuff. Start making the base for this place, and then we'll make a roof, and then we'll cover it in grass, and then we'll fill the inside of it. Okay, so this will make the base that the warehouse sits on. Annoyingly, I've painted some of my road to not be like roads. I'm just going to paint that back again. In case I at any point neglected to explain to you guys how you paint terrain like this, if you get a box, when you left click you build earth, and when you right click you get rid of it. But if you middle mouse click, it just paints the selected terrain type on, so it doesn't create or destroy anything, it just makes stuff look different. So if we just do this with the soil to make the road look like a road again, if you actually did it, sometimes it doesn't really work properly, which is weird. Everything all nice and brown, all like this. Don't want any of those crappy rocks on my road. That looks much better. Okay, so we've got that all sorted. We can do any sort of finishing touches we need to later, sort of smooth off those weird angular bits. But anyway, we should make it so this isn't such an unnatural floating crappy thing. Actually, I'm going to build the thing first, and then we'll know like the slope of the grass roof, what that needs to be like. Okay, so we started making the walls. As you can see how the outside's going to look. It's going to be like these. It's going to be like a big triangle, basically, like a big tent shape, and then we'll cover that in earth. And then the inside, I'm going to make it like this. So I'm basically making it entirely out of these triangular things, apart from there to add some support. But if I keep building these triangles up now, they're not going to get the height to the roof without falling down, I don't think. I think it's going to be too heavy and it's going to collapse. So what we need to do is add some kind of like, well, basically cheat the game to make sure these things stand up. So if we get the square terrain tool, this one, if we make it nice and small, and then if we just do a line of terrain in here, kind of like a line of mortar in a brick wall. Oh god, that looks weird. So what this will do, it'll make the blocks which I then put on top of these, it'll make them think that they're at ground level, even though they're not, and so they will have basically no stress on them, and so the structural integrity mechanic of the game will not make the walls fall down. So if we just do it at every level, it will make all of the walls think that they're at ground level, and then it won't collapse. Okay, so now, if we get a line of these triangles, hopefully I'm right about this, we build these across like this. I'll neaten up all the bits of dirt which are sticking out in a bit. So we'll do it like this, and now if we go in and check in the structural integrity view of the game, by turning this on, we shall see, I'm pretty sure, that because these ones are grey, it means they're attached to ground, and therefore they have no stress. So if we do that every level, Now, I mean, there is no stress in the thing, it's not supporting its own weight, and therefore it will not fall down. I think we can probably actually leave it like that. Maybe I should do solid blocks there so it doesn't have a weird point in the roof. No, I think it looks alright. So now, we're going to make it look as if it is held up naturally. I think actually it might have been fine. It was not, it's not as big as I thought it would be. So now, we're going to put some pillars in to make it look like it's held up naturally. We could try deleting the earth that's in there and see if it holds itself up, but I don't want it to fall down because that would suck. Stick some lovely pillars. If we have pillars sort of here and here going along, I think that will look good. Okay, so that's the interior of the hangar done. Got these lovely pillars. We'll stick stuff like in between the pillars. So I think we'll also leave the front wall open. It's kind of like an aircraft hangar for like a big opening. But at the back, I think I might do a wall of rock because this thing's going to be buried. So we're going to need to have like ground sloping down here anyway. So we may as well fill the back in with a wall of rock so it'll look cool when you're inside. And also it'll just make it easier with the terraforming. Okay, it looks a bit awkward from the outside, but if we go inside, I think that will have created quite a nice effect. Okay, so I went with the kind of like split levels to this wall. I think it's got this quite nice like recess with the pillar in it. I think that looks kind of cool. Annoyingly, there's some weird graphical errors because the at some points the ground isn't quite connecting together like it should be, so we need to just sort that out. That looks a bit better. There's no weird bits we can see through the outside. That looks cool. Okay, so now I think we'll finish the outside first, and then we'll put all the stuff on the inside. So I'm going to get all the grass on top, and then I'm going to have it sloping down nicely at the back. And also I'm going to sort this out so it's not on some like floating weird piece of land. Yeah. Okay, well, we have finished terraforming and covering the thing in dirt and blending it into the scenery. And as you would imagine, it looks like crap. It looks pretty bad. It looks pretty nasty. But I guess it is sort of blended. I had to make this whole hill here because there was like a big gap here to sort of blend it into this ridge here, and it just looks awful. But the terraforming is so hard to do, so I guess this is gonna have to do. God damn, this thing looks crappy. We can come back later and make it look better, but for now I'm just going to leave it. So, I guess what we need to do now is we need to actually fill the inside of the thing. Actually, we need a way to get up to it, because you can see there's like a steep drop here. So if we were to make our catapults in there and then try and drive them out, they would just fall down this gap here and probably break. So if we just add a ramp to the front. Okay, so that should make it slightly easier to roll out the catapults. So now we actually need to make the catapults. Just realised I missed a bit of ramp. There we go. Okay, yeah, let's now make some catapults. So I still don't actually know how you make working catapults in this game. I just can't seem to make good ones. But I can make things which look like catapults. So I guess we'll make a couple of those, but we'll leave some space in case we want to make some actual working catapults in the future. And put some wheels on them, if it would be possible. So we could maybe, like, roll them out in the future. But it may not be possible to get ones which can move and stay together without breaking. Start with the wheels. Get some wheels. Why can't I place my wheels? Why can't I do this? Won't let me put the wheels down. Okay, we're going to have to start with the frame to bring it off the ground nice and tall. Okay, so we do it like this, and then we put the wheels on. It's not attached to the wall. All good. And then, in theory, I can now drop this thing to the ground. It may break when I do this. If I put some things at the back to hold up as well. So if we get rid of this block here. Oh, yes! And now we just go down one at a time, like this. Lower it to the floor. All good. And now we have a catapult on wheels, which might be able to move. If I go behind it and try pushing it, can I push this thing? Roll! No, I don't think it moves. Well, that's kind of sad, but anyway. So anyway, let's build these bits up. I think soon I should probably learn how to make a working catapult. I'll look it up after this video, and the next time hopefully we can make a working one. But let's at least put just one in here, even if it doesn't do anything. Actually, no, it's not going to do anything. The square one goes in the middle, and we make it come out like how much? Maybe only that much. Would be good. And that spins down, and then we put the same amount. Oh, make it a bit longer on the other one. Then the head of the catapult goes on here. If I can actually aim at the end of that thing. No, at the end of that thing. Ah, yeah, like that. And then you stick a big weight on the end. Actually, for our weight, we are going to do a bucket of rocks. If I just free place these in here. Oh, I wonder if I can snap the wooden bit if I put enough weight on this end and it's like held at that end. I think it'll just bend it if there's too much force. Oh no! Oh fuck! It tilted the whole thing over. Well, there's been an accident in the workshop. No, I really am not an expert catapult builder. Okay, what I think I might do is this thing is on the Steam Workshop. You guys can come into the workshop, and if you would like, you guys can build your own catapults. And they will be significantly better than anything I could put in there. So I'm going to leave it free for you to store your own catapults, and I won't fill it with my shit. Okay, so Catapult Warehouse is now open. I'm very sorry for the outside of it, for the terraforming. I may come back sometime, not in a video, and I'll just sort this out, and it will just automatically update on the workshop, because it just looks... it doesn't look natural, and it doesn't look nice. It just looks like shit. But anyway... hope you guys enjoyed this. This has been Medieval Engineers. If you guys have any suggestions as to what to build next, you let me know in the comments down below. But until next time, I've been Vader, and I'll see you guys later.